the Voidborn, won the signal. The Erebus, a deep space exploration vessel, drifted silently along the edge of the Perseus Veil, its sensors scanning the dark expanse. Captain Elias Voss sat in the dim glow of the bridge, staring at the readings on his console. "Commander, we've got something," Ensign Adira Kwan announced, her voice tight. "Unidentified signal. Weak but repeating." Voss leaned forward. "Source? Approximately 0.2 light-years ahead. No known beacons or settlements in that region." Erebus had been charting unclaimed sectors for 3 years, yet they had never encountered anything like this. A lone signal in the void, repeating, deliberate. "Enhance and clean it up," Voss ordered. A distorted transmission filled the bridge. A series of clicks and hums, followed by something almost like a voice. "Not human." Adira paled. "That doesn't sound natural, sir." Voss exchanged a glance with his first officer, Commander Rourke.
"Set a course," he said.
"Let's find out what's out there." 2. The derelict. As Erebus approached the source, a structure emerged from the darkness. A vast, ancient derelict, half buried in a drifting asteroid field. Its surface was covered in strange etchings, pulsating with an eerie bioluminescence. "Jesus," Rourke muttered. "That thing's massive." "There are no records of any vessel like this," Adira said. "It's alien." Voss exhaled slowly. This was history in the making. "Prepare a boarding team." 3. Into the unknown. Voss, Rourke, Adira, and 2 security officers crossed the gap in a shuttle, docking at a gaping breach in the alien hull. Inside, the ship was a cathedral of silence. The walls pulsed faintly, as though the ship itself was breathing. The air was stale but breathable.
"Lights on," Voss said.
They moved through winding corridors past what looked like control panels, but organic, almost alive. Adira scanned them. "No power signature," she said. "Yet something's maintaining structural integrity." Then they found the bodies. Humanoid but wrong. Elongated limbs, empty sockets where eyes should be, their flesh shriveled. Rourke knelt beside one. "They've been here for centuries." The signal still played faintly in their comms, but now something else accompanied it, a whispering, just beyond hearing. Then Adira screamed. 4. The Voidborn awaken. She clutched her helmet, eyes wide in horror. Something's in my head." Voss grabbed her shoulders. "What do you hear?" A guttural voice echoed through her mind. "You should not be here." The ship shuddered. The walls pulsed faster. The bodies twitched. The dead were waking. Rourke raised his weapon. "Back to the shuttle, now." A screech filled the air as the creatures moved, their hollow sockets now burning with a cold, blue fire. Adira staggered, her breath ragged. "They're inside my mind." "Move!" Voss shouted. They ran, the creatures skittering behind them. The walls shifted, reshaping the corridors, trapping them. A doorway sealed ahead. Voss slammed into it. "Help me get it open." Rourke and the security officers pried at the controls. Adira collapsed, writhing. "It's inside me." Her body spasmed. Then she stood too still. Voss turned, raising his weapon. "Adira?" Her head tilted at an unnatural angle. She smiled. But it wasn't her anymore. "You have come to the edge of the abyss," she said, voice layered with something ancient. "And now you are ours." 5. Escape. Adira lunged. Voss barely dodged as she moved with unnatural speed, clawed fingers reaching for his throat. Rourke fired. The shot burned through her chest, but she didn't stop. The security officers screamed as the other creatures fell upon them. Voss and Rourke broke through the door, sprinting for the shuttle. Behind them, Adira's voice echoed, now a chorus of many. "You are Voidborn now." They barely made it inside. The creatures clawed at the hull as they disengaged. Voss collapsed into the pilot's seat, gasping. Rourke, bleeding from a wound, stared at the derelict, now glowing with life. "They weren't dead," he whispered. "They were waiting." As Erebus pulled away, the signal changed. No longer a beacon. A warning. And a promise. We are coming.